No moi, it's Joinen. You know, every morning I wake up and because I'm an idiot and didn't plan anything, I have to figure out what video I'm gonna film today. One of the things I like to do is load up YouTube and have a look through the trending page. See what people are talking about. I'll walk you through that right now. Here on the YouTube trending page, number 1, we have How to Train Your Dragon Trailer 3, which I can't show you because there's not a chance it won't be copyright claimed. We have a trailer for some, I wanna say Indian, but I feel like then it would be racist if it turns out to be Sri Lankan or something, so I don't know. Foreign movie trailer. Halloween official movie trailer. So far all we have is trailers. And I've done videos on a trailer before. Didn't do too well. So I don't touch trailers with a 10-foot pole, especially because the copyright process for that was not worth the payoff. We have a PewDiePie video. Talking about PewDiePie doesn't generate as many clicks as you would think. There's always some Kardashian business on YouTube. It's like if you go on Snapchat, you just find out everything that the Kardashians are up to, whether you're following them or not. Look at how naked Kim was at the beach today. Look at how naked Kendall was when she was on a walk. You won't believe how much you can see with this top. It's always just about how naked they are. You want to know how naked the Kardashians are? Just go on Snapchat. It'll be there. I don't know what this is. I think that's a song. Boxing. We have something I cannot read. A song. A Buzzfeed video. Here we've got some good stuff. This is Tested's one-day build. I watched that. I love Tested's one-day builds. We have your boy, Ethan, and iDubbbz shooting guns because America. Oh, I watched this video too. I actually love these videos where, what's her name? Cooks like real versions of things that you just don't imagine you could possibly cook. What is my point? I wasn't finding anything I wanted to talk about this morning. And then so I was like, what if I Google trending? What do we find? Top result is YouTube, which is what I just checked. There's Twitter, Buzzfeed. Silly old me assumed that, you know, for all that Buzzfeed is, maybe they know what people want. Maybe they understand, they have some deeper knowledge of what is trending, what will generate clicks. What can I learn from Buzzfeed? What is trending on Buzzfeed? Number 1, 31 Australians you haven't thought about in ages. Well, that doesn't seem too topical. 15 opinions that are definitely right, but you can argue with me about them. 19 Australian snacks every American needs to try immediately. What's with Buzzfeed's obsession with Australians? Okay, fine. 31 Australians you haven't thought about in ages. Sarah Mary. Don't know who she is. The barking man from A Current Affair. Okay. He deserves the fame. Gabriella Kilme. Don't know who she is. Party Boy Corey. Stephanie McIntosh. Don't know who she is. Burgo. Mark Holden. He was on Australian Idol. And he used to do this thing where whenever someone would do like a really good song, he would get out of his chair. Hold on. He'd get out of his chair and go, touchdown! So now you know. Do you guys know who these people are? Because I don't even know half of them. And I'm Australian. 15 opinions that are definitely right, but you can argue with me about them. So this is I just don't understand how this is stuff that can be trending. This is just like, here's one of our articles that a lot of people clicked on, but it's not like this is the stuff that everybody is talking about. No one is talking about this. No one. I guess I am. Ketchup is the only condiment we need. Trash the rest. No. That is so wrong. 78%. People, no one agrees with you. Sheridan, the Star Wars prequels weren't that bad. Here's the thing about the Star Wars prequels. They're pretty bad, but they added like Jar Jar Binks and stuff into the prequels to like make them appeal to children. And for Star Wars fans, that sucks. But I became a Star Wars fan as a kid and I loved the prequels. So like, they did their job. It's working! It's working! 19 Australian snacks that every American needs to try immediately. Lamingtons, they go all right. Sometimes they're a bit dry. Spaghetti Jaffle. If you haven't had a Heinz canned spaghetti toasty, you need to do something about that. Twisties. In Australia, we don't have Cheetos. Are Cheetos just Twisties? Like, what's a Cheeto? Right, okay, no. These are like puffy, which is not a twisty, but then sometimes you get like these. Like, how crunchy is a Cheeto? Pavlova? Yeah, it's me birthday tomorrow, so Nan's bring around a passion fruit pav. Vegemite on buttered toast. People just like to chuck that one in because they know you won't like it. Oh, I'm so Australian because I like Vegemite on my toast. Try it. You're gonna love it. Tim Tams. Yeah, Tim Tams are okay. Burger rings. You guys not have burger rings? I always assumed burger rings were American. Fairy bread. Fairy bread. Fairy bread. Fairy bread is ageless. And I don't understand why this doesn't happen in other countries. You have all the ingredients. Do yourself a favor today. Get some white bread, lather it in some margarine or some butter or whatever you want to use, and sprinkle some hundreds and thousands on it. You'll have a blast. It's always a party if you have fairy bread. Hundreds and thousands biscuits. I'm sure they have a better name than that. Violet crumble. Yeah, these chocolate covered crunchy honeycomb bars are the most addicting. I hate the word addicting. Just say addictive. Addicting. I'm sure that's grammatically incorrect. Addicting. Addicting is not really a word. Thank you. Orgasmic candy ever. Wait, so this was written by an American? They are too good to be compared to anything in America or anywhere else really. So you'll just have to try them for yourself. Be right back. Booking my flight to Sydney. Why Sydney? This was written by an American. Cheesy Mite Scrolls. Okay, but I've never had one in my life. Oh, but by the way, Violet Crumbles, it's just a crunchy. Anzac Biscuits, gotta agree with you there. Anzac Biscuits are probably my favorite biscuit. But I'm pretty sure Americans have them, they're just called something else, right? They're like oat something. Clotted cream and scones. What? Clotted? No one says. If you're confused about the concept of afternoon tea, this Aussie treat should make it clear. There is not a chance that whipped cream and jam on scones is Australian. I don't believe that for a second. Cherry wraps. Cherry wraps pretty good. Meat pies. I'm convinced that meat pies are one of the only Australian foods in existence. And even then, everyone has their version of this that's pretty close anyway. Mince meat pies, just call them pies, are the perfect combination of meat and carbs in a portable pie form. The crust is flaky and you can top it with tomato sauce, ketchup, you people who speak English, or your favorite condiments. But here I was being told that tomato sauce is the only condiment. You will never touch a hot dog again after trying this, I promise. That's not true at all. Hot dogs are great, pies are great, but hot dogs are great. Shapes. Ooh. Whew. Okay, shapes. That gets my tick of approval. Forget Tim Tams. Everyone's always going on about Tim Tams. When you go to Australia, you gotta try Tim Tams. I could care less. I could care less about Tim Tams. If they disappeared, I wouldn't care. Shapes though. They made the mistake of messing with the recipe with shapes like a year ago, and it was public outcry. Like, people were stocking up on the old recipe. They were like selling out. It was like a natural resource that was running low. Everyone was going into like ultra survival mode, stocking up on all the old recipe shapes because they messed with it. Not too long afterwards, they changed the recipe back. Shapes, man. You don't mess with shapes. Minties. Minties are good. Cheezels. They're 100% Australian owned. Americans have to have something that's identical. You don't have to come to Australia to eat Cheezels. Arnott's mint slice. Yeah, they're okay. I like the caramel ones better. Scones are now and have always been an iconic British food. There is even a huge divide between Devon and Cornwall about which order you layer the jam and clotted cream. Exactly. The pavlova is also not Australian. You watch your mouth. Okay, we seriously got off topic there for a hot minute. I was talking about trending and I just got sucked into Buzzfeed real hard. I look at the YouTube trending page and I go, this is a combination of stuff that is popular online at the moment. You know, most of it's trailers and songs, but occasionally there's some content, there's some YouTubers that pop up there. But generally speaking, anyone can jump on the trending page and find something interesting. But I'm not sure if, because I'm interested in YouTube culture and particularly disinterested in Buzzfeed culture, that for some reason the Buzzfeed trending page just seems so cancerous to me compared to the YouTube trending page. The Buzzfeed trending page is like, none of this stuff is stuff that actually matters at the moment. This is all just random articles that could have been released 6 years ago and it wouldn't make any difference. Trending is like, what's trendy? It's what's happening right now. Your trending page should be about the stuff that is currently relevant. That's the whole point. But can we just look at this for a second? Top posts this week, which to me seems more like the trending page. But anyway, Anthony Bourdain found dead after killing himself. How do you write a title like that and feel like that's okay? I get it. I understand that that's the facts. That's what happened. But BuzzFeed, just because you have no respect for yourself doesn't mean you can't. But that means you should have plenty to share around for other people. I hesitate to call BuzzFeed journalism, but the current state of online journalism just seems to be heading towards BuzzFeed style articles anyway. And this type of title just reflects this whole attitude that journalism is spewing up at the moment, which is just to get clicks and not really care about who you're taking down with it. You know, we have the scoop of the latest name and face of the recent school shooter. Check out this guy. Check out what he's managed to do. He managed to kill all these people. Check out this guy everyone knows and loves. He's dead. He killed himself. And they just put that in the title. As a content creator on YouTube, I have slowly begun to realize that whether you try to or not, as a YouTuber, you kind of have a journalistic voice. As creators on YouTube, we are kind of all journalists in our own way. We choose the topics we want to talk about and we choose how we talk about them. And in the early days of my channel, I found myself discussing the types of stuff that gets lots of views, but also discussing it in a type of way that I understand the majority of people will be sympathetic of, regardless of whether that brings other people down or not. But I only did that a few times and I kind of realized that I don't like making personal attacks on people. It's not in my personality. So I've tried to navigate this field of talking about topics that would generate interest without talking about it in a sensationalized way, which is hard because it doesn't generate all the clicks. This type of title, it will without a doubt generate more clicks, but at the cost of just a little bit of humanity. This has been one of these videos where I just start and I don't really know where it ends up. This one ended up quite conversational, but I hope you guys didn't mind it. I'll be back with another video tomorrow.